everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to give you another great workout you can do in your home. What we're going to need for equipment today is a tube, a couple different strengths. So maybe a little stronger one and then a little lighter one. The first one I need set up about chest height and then one down closer to the floor. Then you're also going to need a BOSU if you have one. If not, you can do that exercise on the floor. And then something to squeeze. So you can maybe sit on your fit ball, but we need like a ball and a balance disc or a couple pillows, something like that. All right, so we're gonna start off with the chest press, like I talked about. So this one is chest height. Blue is always ready and willing to help here. And so I want you to stagger your feet, one foot in front of the other. And then just kind of lean. You're going to keep your body nice and straight here. You want your abs tight and a good, just athletic position in your legs. So everything's, ready to move. I don't want you to stand like this. I want a good kind of staggered stance to help protect your back here. Now we're going to do a chest press, pushing both arms out at the same time. Now, I want you to keep your shoulder blades down and back to start. And then just press to here. We don't need to go into a full press there. Just to here is the end range of motion here without changing your posture. Breathing nice and slow. Now notice that I've got the band on the inside of my elbows here. It's more comfortable. It doesn't, rub against your elbows that way. 2 more. 9. And 10. All right, good. Now, I'm going to have you, we're going to do some side-stepping squats. Now, you can either find a weight to hang on to this or do it without a weight. And in fact, you can do it along your kitchen counter so you can really sit back and use good form. But I want to raise that up just a bit. We're going to move back and forth across the room. So like I said, you can grab a weight and hang on to it like a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a medicine ball and just kind of hold it at your chest. We're going to step sideways and just keep moving across the room. And then we'll go back and forth. So we're sidestepping, getting that lateral movement. Now, remember, when you sit back into that squat, your hips go back so that your knees stay over your ankles. And we'll just keep moving side to side. This is very exciting. Here you go. Here you go. Back and forth across the room. So do about 10 each direction, or to start with, maybe try 5 each direction, especially if you're going along your kitchen counter so you can really sit back and hang on. You can just go the length of your counter back and forth a couple times. Okay, next we're going to come back over to our tube section here. And I'm going to take the handles off. Like I said, you can use a band, you can use tubes, whatever you've got. The handles are easier to hang on to, so if you do have any, hand soreness, arthritis pain or anything like that, the handles can be more comfortable. But, okay, so we're going to do a shoulder flexion. So I'm going to step forward with my other foot, but it's the same starting position. We're going to pull that tube forward like this. So we're lifting only to the height of your shoulders and actually just a little bit lower. 4, 5. Keeping your abs nice and tight. If you're having any shoulder pain, limit your range of motion. You don't have to go up that high. Also, you can scoot back and give yourself a little less resistance. 2 more. Nice and slowly, both directions. And 10. All right, good. Now, if you do have a BOSU, grab it, or you could sit on a pillow or a balance disc or even just on the floor. And we're going to do windshield, and windshield feet, actually. So if you think about a truck and how the windshield wipers go up from the, they're on the top and they go across like this. So I want you to sit with good posture. So leading with your chest here, flat back. You can lean back a little bit and use your hands here if you need to. You're going to pick your feet up off the floor and tap side to side. So your knees are staying in the center and your toes are tapping side to side. Keeping your back nice and tall, really working those abs. 5, 6, kind of lead with your chest. You want to think about sticking your chest out a little bit, not hunkering down like this. 8, 9, 10, and 10. Good. Should really be feeling that in your abs by the time you get to the end of that one. Okay, next we're going to grab, you can either do this seated in a chair or on top of a ball. We're going to do some knee squeezes, working on those adductors. So I've got a couple balance discs I'm going to use. You don't need to have anything fancy here. It can just be a couple pillows, maybe a couple playground balls. I'm going to have you squeeze both your arms and your knees. So you can control how hard you're squeezing. Importantly, pull those shoulder blades down and back. Before you start, you're pulling up good posture here. You're going to squeeze it for a couple seconds and then release. So this is a good hip stabilizer. And then we're getting some pec and some shoulder work here by squeezing your arms. And then by squeezing them both at the same time, we're getting some good pelvic floor work and core as well. Keep breathing, keep that good posture. Kind of think about a rope pulling you up through the top of your head. Don't squeeze it so hard that you start to get really, it's kind of a fine line. You decide how hard you're squeezing, but if you're really squeezing hard and kind of bearing down, maybe back off just a little. And 10. All right. All right, now we're going to end with a balance exercise. And we're going to go for about 30 seconds here. But I want you to, we're going to do clock weight shifts. So imagine a clock laid out on the floor in front of you, 12, 1, 2, all the way around. And we're just going to do little weight shifts all around the clock. Now, you can, sometimes it helps to just look at a clock and you can just go back and forth. We're going to do all one leg to start. So we've done this differently in the past where I've called out times on the clock. But I want you to just work on one leg first this time. So I'm kind of going like, okay, so envision like 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Now what I want you to do is shift your weight to those times or those kind of zones, just using one leg to start. And then try not to put your foot down when you come back. Let's switch sides. So we're going to, let's say 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And I really want you to, really shift your weight. So pick up that foot if you can. We're not just tapping. I want you to shift your weight. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So keeping your abs engaged. So this will be a good hip stabilizer and balance. Just shifting your weight. Remember to always do these things, near something sturdy. You can do them at the kitchen counter. You can do them, at your piece of heavy cardio equipment or next to a wall, something like that. All right, so do about 30 seconds on each leg. You can challenge yourself by going even slower, spending more time in between on that one foot before you change direction again. But, find different ways. Remember to do near something where you can hang on. Please, as always, let me know if you have any questions. You can leave a comment below or send me a private message. Go through these 1 or 2 more times, add a little cardio, and make it a good full workout. Finished by your cool down and stretches. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.